My very first video here on YouTube, posted on the 9th of January, generated 93,000 views. Today, I'm going to show you how much that has generated in terms of revenue and what that has meant for me and this channel going forward. Thanks for joining me. My name is John. On this channel, I talk about things about being in your 40s, real life events, things that are happening for me personally and how I can share that with you, job situations, redundancy, and all the kind of things that life throws at you. And I try and do that with a little bit of humour attached to it. So today, what I want to show you are the statistics behind that first video, some of the demographics that are attached to it, and also the important part of the revenue side. Exactly what does a video with 93,000 views earn? Firstly, I'd like to say thank you to everybody who has potentially clicked on this video. It's given me a whole new lease of creativity and it has brought a lot to me over the last number of months. I have recently gone through redundancy at work. I'm out of employment for the first time in 31 years. And at that point, it was a trigger for me to be able to start a YouTube channel, which I did on the 9th of January, explaining that that day was my 47th birthday, but also that I was dealing with grief of my father passing away last year, and then also seeing out the end of the year with redundancy from my job that I'd been in for 4 years, bringing for the first time ever a 31-year career to its first ever pause. But from a positive side, what it gave me was the opportunity to create a YouTube channel, to explore my creative side, and potentially to give me some opportunity to earn some additional income. Now, here's the realities of this. The money earned from a YouTube channel as a low level is incredibly small. I think everybody that has been involved in YouTube or has some interest in it is probably aware of that. Earning money is difficult. When I started the channel, first and foremost, the most important part for me was to try and get through that monetization phase. And what that means on YouTube is that you achieve 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours against your videos in a 1 year time frame. So you have 12 months to grow the channel to a level of achieving 1,000 subscribers and surpassing that watch time requirement of 4,000 hours. I was immensely fortunate. The algorithm hit right on the day that I posted this video. The content was probably raw and natural enough that people engaged with it, and I am immensely thankful for that. I obviously had to create the video in the first place, but I had spent months thinking about what to do, what to say, how to create the channel, and I probably spent longer thinking about it than in reality was needed. So for any potential new YouTubers out there, anybody that's thinking about starting a channel, I would say go and do it. Go and just make some content and post it. Do that as regularly as you possibly can. Okay, so here's the important bit. Enough of the fluff at the beginning. Let's now talk about the statistics. So let me share a screen with you so you can see these numbers. This is the very first video that I posted, titled Losing Everything and Starting Again. And what I meant by that was I'd lost the biggest influence in my life, which was my father, but also the losing the job, as I explained a few minutes ago. 31 years in a sales career, and then suddenly you find yourself on the proverbial scrap heap, so to say. Starting the channel was like that new lease. This was the first video posted on the 9th of January, and what you can see here is the reach page. That is how many impressions went out thanks to the YouTube algorithm, and then what that click rate looked like. So here you can see that there was 811,000 impressions. So that's how many times the video was displayed. The impression click-through rate was 6.1%. Now, I'm no YouTube expert. Probably like you're doing, I have searched all of the help videos and tried to pull out what I think was important for me and then try and implement that into my channel and my videos. From what I understand, anything above 5% here is doing fairly well. So that's kind of how I gauge my videos. Is that right or not? Who knows? But it seems like a good metric that I can follow at this point. That resulted in 92.9k views so far. And I would say that, as you can see below in the graph, it's had that initial surge and then it started to level off. So the video is now no longer really being shown to anybody. So what I can do now is try and invigorate that by creating shorts, often making sure that keyword searches are relevant, and potentially even just changing the thumbnail so that it generates a bit more extra interest. The views have not completely disappeared, but they're certainly very low in the numbers on a daily rate at this point. There again is also a belief that for early new YouTubers, there is this 100,000 threshold, which is kind of difficult to break through. There seems to be different levels, whether it be 500 views, 1,000 views, 10,000 views, and then getting to the 100,000 view mark. Seems like there is almost like a built-in glass ceiling to each of those levels where you need to be doing something spectacular to move through each one of them. So keep that in mind. As we scroll down, you can see where those views came from in terms of how did people find the video itself. And that was through browse features was 93%, suggested videos, channel pages, and the others are all very low single digits. Now, as we come back up to the top, I'll go to the engagement page, which will show you here how long people are engaging with your video and also how many hours that's built up. So you'll remember at the beginning I mentioned to you that you need to hit the 4,000 hour watch mark. Well, you can see here that this video achieved 4.8k. So this one video allowed me to break through the watch time barrier. And then you can see on the right hand side, the average view time has dropped recently to 3 minutes. So on a 10-minute, 11-minute video, the average viewer is watching for 3 minutes. That's been as high as 6 or 7 minutes. In recent weeks, it's dropped down to three minutes. And again, you can also see key moments within the video. And you can see at the bottom here a graph which shows you the engagement from the very first click through to the end of the video. So you can see that 57% of viewers are still watching in the first 30 seconds, which is important because that's the key drop-off period. And then after that, it's fairly steady to the end of the video. And also in terms of the end screen, at the beginning when I posted this video, I didn't have an end screen because I didn't have any other videos to send this video to, but I was able to improve that as I created other content. So this is kind of like when you've created a video, although it's posted and done, there is a little bit of maintenance that needs to go on behind the scenes, I would recommend, which is just checking your keywords, checking that your title, your description, adding in end screens when you've got other content folders to send viewers to. All of these start to matter. So a little bit of maintenance down the line will help. In terms of on the audience chart, you can see here, returning viewers, 941. Have came back to the video itself. And most importantly on this screen here, you can see that I was able to gain 4,000 subscribers just on this video. So again, 1,000 was the threshold. I surpassed it with this video. And to anybody that has liked, commented, or subscribed on this, I can't thank you enough. Genuinely, from me to you, I can't thank you enough. As I scroll down, you can also see the type of devices that people are connecting with. I find this useful because it allows me to understand how people are actually watching your content. Is that on a phone or is it on a TV? And you can see here that 57% of viewers of my content of this particular video are watching it on a TV. So kind of makes me slightly red in the cheek thinking about just how big my face would be. So hello everybody. But thanks for watching my content on full screen TVs. That seems quite exciting. And then you can see the rest, 24% on a mobile phone, 10% on a computer. This just means you can think about your content, the quality of it and how it's being consumed. The camera that I use does up to 4K. This video that I'm filming today is at 1080p because I'm using separate software to do a screen capture rather than just straight through the camera here. I will be happy to make videos on these topics down the line and share more information with you. When it comes to the age and gender, 72% male, 24% female. I'm hoping that my content appeals across the board rather than it being very specifically male orientated. but just talking about the relationship side of things with me and my wife, the daily challenges that we both go through, and building this channel towards potentially a travel element added to it as well. So, and then more importantly, as we scroll down, you can see the age demographic. As I've mentioned in other videos, I'm amazed at the wealth and knowledge that comes through in the text messages and the comments from so many people. I'm learning whilst you're hopefully learning from me. So I appreciate the demographic that I have acquired in watching these videos, because it really resonates with me and my experiences, that I'm talking to an audience of a probably similar, like-minded individuals that are watching. Okay, so here's the important part. This is where you have been watching this video to learn how much do you make from a video with 92 to 93,000 views. Now, I will say this before I share this page with you. It's important to remember that this video wasn't 100% monetized, because I had to go through the process, first of all, of achieving the 1,000 subscribers, followed by the 4,000 watch hours, and then I was able to activate it. So the number I'm about to share with you has some limits attached to it, which was the channel was not monetized from the beginning. However, with the views that this video has achieved, it's certainly generated income that I can share with you. Let's click on the important tab that you all want to see, and that's revenue. The golden question: how much does 100,000 view generate for you? Say 100,000, 93 to be exact. But so here you can see on screen that this video has earned £41.54. I'm going to pause for a second for dramatic effect. £41.54. To be able to be self-sufficient coming out of a job and earn something, anything, to me has given me so much self-satisfaction and invigoration to just know that I can earn something off my own back. I've spent 31 years in sales, selling other people's products for their benefit. And for the first time ever, I was able to sell myself, me, John, to you, and ultimately earn something out of it. So £41.54, which is still growing slightly over time. But most importantly, I earned it. I did it myself from start until this point. So the self-satisfaction that's given me is worth more than the £41.54. However, it's a starting ground and it allows me to build from here onwards. The goal was achieve the 1,000 subscribers, get the 4,000 watch hours, go through the monetization process and start to earn. And for me, anything that is £1 or above feels like a win. Now, again, I will say this is very difficult to live on. That's simply stated there on the screen. Nobody is surviving on £41.54. However, it is a base level to build from. So let me take you to the last screen, which is the overview screen, which also contains the estimated retail revenue value. And you can see all of the statistics here in their glory. So 93,000 views, 4.8k watch hours, 4.2k subscribers, and an estimated revenue of £41.54. Now, I was monetized in early February. It's now mid-March. I'm yet to receive my first payment, and when I do, I will share that with you. I believe that will be paid probably next week, and I'll give you some more details. But for now, this lets you see what a 93,000 viewed video earns for someone who's thinking about a YouTube career. Question I have for you now is, what do you think of that value? Is that surprising? Is that kind of where you expected it to be? Is this giving you thoughts about operating a YouTube channel and whether you think it's sustainable or not? And again, I would say from my advice to you, this is just the start. This is a baseline level for me to work beyond. I didn't start this channel to suddenly replace my salary at work. I am realistic on that. However, it has given me the creative output, the ability to get up every day and go and focus on a project, a video that I want to work on, and ultimately at some stage then generate a small amount of revenue attached to it. So for me, I'm genuinely blown away. I can't thank you all enough. And all I can keep doing is putting out videos as regularly as I possibly can and see where the channel goes from there. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this. And also, YouTube thinks that there's probably some interest in a video over here on screen, should you want to carry on watching my content. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you in tomorrow's video.